Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ryan Dase, aka Dase Ryan Samo, on Twitch and on Twitter. A member of the Hashira Podcast, we talk all things anime and nerd. And if you're joining us for this episode, the Pillars will be giving their thoughts and feelings on the final season of Attack on Titan and where it currently stands. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe so we know if you like the content that we're giving out and you want to be a part of it through the conversations in the comment section. So without further ado, let's get to it.
I'd like to begin with a fact.
What's up, everybody? We are back once again with the Hashira Podcast. I know you missed us. And the biggest thing that I want to talk about, well, we have a couple of things we want to talk about because we haven't been here in a while, right? So first of all, I'm gonna just say this real quick because we ain't talk about it. Demon Slayer was amazing. I'm put that on the shelf. I'm waiting for the next arc to come out. Leave that alone. But Attack on Titan is still ongoing, and that's the main thing on my mind. I'm wondering if it's the main thing on the Pillar's mind. I just want to get into it. I'm so curious as to what you guys are thinking pertaining to this being obviously it's the end of the season. So we're wrapping this up. I mean, every single episode so far is just more. I mean, it's not really. It's just been really informative, I guess. At the same time, this is like similar to like Kanye and 50 Cent, right? At the same time, he had Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan going at it. I was more so paying attention to Demon Slayer. Attack on Titan did not hold my interest. And now it's the only thing on Sunday, so like it's the only thing that I've been watching. And it's just, I don't know if I'm the only person like, but when an anime is wrapping it up, it just feels like, or anything, when a show is wrapping it up, it just feels like I'm not as in it as I once was. I don't know if it's because I don't want it to end or because it's just like coming off as anticlimactic. I could be totally wrong. But like everything I'm seeing right now is just not, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like we've lost a good amount of key players. These episodes have just been thrown at us. Well, the latest one, spoiler alerts, obviously, of course, is now we're seeing that they're going against the people who they joined the teams with, and it's just like I don't know, like I don't really have much for what I've been getting. You get what I'm saying? Like I've watched it and I changed the channel or changed what I'm looking at. What about you guys?
Wait, which anime did you're talking about? That's you lost it.
Attack on Titan. Yeah, we're starting. Yeah.
It's not as exciting as it was when Eren and Zeke was doing the whole flashback thing, and then
right.
The founding Titan was finally, well, the transformation of the founding Titan was finally introduced, and the rumbling started. Once the rumbling started, I guess it goes back to like setting up like the big battle, Eren versus basically everyone else.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I guess it just has to pave its way, and me personally, like I like it because like it's like you said, it's being informative, but it's taking its time. It's not rushing, to some BS. Because like Attack on Titan has been great, since it came out, and for it to end like in a rushed manner, like a lot of people are going to be let down.
Yeah, I know.
Man, that was really loud.
I noticed these last 5 episodes did not have Eren in it at all. Did you guys notice that? Like,
yeah. Ever since he turned to the founding Titan, he's been
right.
kind of missing.
Yeah, ever since we saw that big scary Eren, we haven't seen Eren again, which I think would be a great wallpaper. I might put that up.
We just seen like little like the silhouette, like the outlining of the founding Titan. We haven't seen it, up close. I'm like
that is true.
Looking all wacky.
I'm curious. Yeah, I think that's what I'm curious about. Yeah. So I mean, I'm like, as I continue to watch it, like, I know, Ed, you have your gripes pertaining to like them being on the same side now with the enemy.
Yeah.
All
right, so I'm gonna start from the top. To me, watching like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, I felt like those two were like, I don't want to say like playing the game of tag, because like Demon Slayer would always be on like Crunchyroll first, and then I think at like 3:30, 4 o'clock or whatever, we get Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
So you had Demon Slayer putting out their heat, and then you had Attack on Titan, like right there, like later on, heat episode. So I felt like that back and forth they was doing was like giving each other like a lot of like, you know, like hype or whatever. And I think now that Demon Slayer is not really there for like Attack on Titan to be like, all right, your turn. Even though, like I said, it's not like a turn thing, but like, oh, now I want to see what Demon Slayer is doing. It's like, oh my God, Demon Slayer was so good. Now I want to see Attack on Titan. And it's like, oh my God, mind blown. And I just felt like now, like again, now that Demon Slayer is not there, a little bit of the hype is gone from Attack on Titan. But I still think Attack on Titan is this whole season has been really good. Like,
yeah, that's good.
Because like we said before, like when they went that one episode when they went to Zeke's memories, like just like the mind blown, the freaking the jaw dropping information and everything that we were getting, it was just like, yo, this dude Isayama, man, he was really in his bag when he was writing these chapters. But now that we get, you know, like we said, not Zeke. Yeah, I guess you could say Zeke is out of the picture. Eren's like, you know, he's in the background right now, rumbling around. Now we seeing these fools running around, and it's just like, all right, you know, because we got to the point now where like, all right, stuff is really gonna jump off, and then they kind of like said, all right, we're gonna slow it down, and we're gonna see this part of the group, because you kind of have to see what like Mikasa and all of them are doing. Right. Well, that's my opinion, you know, because like, so we're just gonna like really like take those characters and be like, all right, they're not important no more, because now Eren is in founding Titan form.
Right.
So you can't. That's why I'm not too mad at it. I don't know if you want to get into like, do you want to get into like details like later on like how we like feel about the way the story is, or
I mean,
well, no, because like I wanted to. What's your goose segue? But we never really covered, like Ed had brought up the memories.
That was a big episode.
Because it was a big episode, and I want to ask you guys, like, who do you think? Because like, there's a lot of word to Deems theories. There's a lot of speculations out there on like who's really being manipulated. Was it Zeke or was it Eren? Now, I want to ask you guys, like, who do you think was the puppet master? Who was the puppet master? Who was the puppet in that situation? I'm gonna start with you.
Okay, I'm glad we're going a little bit back, and it's fine. It's fine to go a little bit back. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you why it's fine to go back, because again, these episodes have not done anything for me. That Eren and Zeke episode was amazing. So let's talk about that. Because
that
honestly,
episode, man,
that was the heat against Demon Slayer's heat. You get what I'm saying?
That might have been like one of the best episodes I've ever watched. Just TV period. I think I might have watched it like 5 or 6 times.
It has replay value
within like 2 days, though. Like not even like the whole week.
It has replay value. Let's talk about specifically what happened, right? Because I know we have manga readers in here too. Tom specifically. I don't know if Tom's seen the episode, but we could talk about the story.
I did watch it.
Oh, you did watch it too. Okay, so Ed and I had spoken off the podcast. We're now on the podcast, and I said, I hope to God it's not doing what I think it's doing. And what I thought it was doing was it's called if I'm not mistaken, an infinite loop, right?
Oh,
where basically you don't know the beginning.
Causal loop, I think you
said.
Loop.
Excuse me, causal loop, yeah. Where you don't know exactly what the beginning is. So it seemed as if that everything that happened to Eren is because of now Eren or his father, one of the two. I'm trying to remember the episode, but like, you know, the father learns a good amount of things and then gives the Titan to Eren. We learn, or at least that's what I believe, right? That Eren was talking to his father, and he's told his father to kill those people to kill the what do they call? I can't remember the people's called, but he told him to kill them, and then he went back and he changed Eren and made Eren eat him so he could become the Titan.
Yeah, the Attack Titan.
The Attack Titan. And I believe that. Now your theory was he's making believe that he's telling his father. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's making believe that he was actually telling his father, and his father was hearing him, to make Zeke think that he actually had influence on past events, right? That's your theory, Ed? I just want to make sure that was your theory.
Yeah, watching the episode. Yeah, watching the episode, I was thinking that. So there was when Grisha first started bringing up Zeke's name, I felt that Eren noticed that, like, oh shoot, he's like, he's getting surprised by this stuff, and because Zeke's whole thing was that his dad left him on Marley and didn't care about him, started his whole family, and he was saying that to Eren. He's like, oh, well, you're lucky that dad actually cared about you. Mm-hmm. And then Grisha's sleeping at the desk, and he's like, oh, Zeke, whatever, like, oh shoot, oh, I see him. So like, I think that I was thinking that Eren saw, because he can see all of Grisha's memories. Right. And I'm a fast forward and then rewind again. Later on in the episode, when Grisha breaks down in the forest, he says like, oh, why won't you show me everything? Mm-hmm. So that's why I feel like Eren started showing Zeke specific memories of whenever Grisha would bring up Zeke to try to like trick him, to make him think that, like, oh, I'm manipulating this stuff. Because after the episode the scene I was talking about, when Grisha was sleeping and he wakes up, he's like, oh shoot, Zeke. Right. Then like, I felt like Eren started taking control. And that's when he was like, all right, next dream. And then he started showing him more stuff of like, like, this is really what was going on. You think but like, this is what's really has been happening. And I'm not just some like little punk kid that's letting people walk over me. Now I've been crazy. If you're gonna take from me, no, I'm gonna take from you first before you can ride for me, he said.
And I was hoping with those 4 episodes we was gonna get the answer, like whether you were right or I was right.
I mean, I don't really remember too much, but I feel like in the next episode they kind of hinted at like a little bit of both. But I just didn't think that Eren was like basically like living out the quote unquote memory of Grisha. Like, so when he whispered in his ear, I think that Eren showed Grisha the memory that Grisha had when he was talking to the other guy. I forgot the other dude's name. And it was literally almost the same exact speech that Eren told him, like, yo, what are you doing? Get up. You got to do this. We started with you. It's going to end with you. Something like that he was saying to him. And that's when they were sitting at the dock, Eren and the Grisha and the other guy. I can't remember the other guy's name for the life of me.
The other Titan.
Oh, the one that gave him the first. The one that gave.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. They were talking. So I think that, like I said, I was thinking that Eren used that memory to show him, because that's how Eren was getting his information from in the future. So the future Eren was getting all the information from the memories, and then he would pass back down Grisha's memories to Grisha to remind him, like, yo, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You remember? You said this. He was going to do this. And then that's when he would show him future memories from, future Eren, because they can, like, quote unquote, look in the future and see memories from them. And that's what he's like, then he told him, he's like, from here on out, Grisha told Zeke, from here on out, whatever Eren wants, he's getting, because he showed me what happens next. But Eren refuses to show me, he won't show me everything. Like, he didn't even show the way the mother died. I forget her name. He didn't show how the mother died. And that's why he was like, come on, man, like, show me, like, what happened? Like, show me what happened when the wall broke. So Eren, from the future, he's a smart guy. He know what he's doing.
No, he knows what he's doing.
I don't think that he was manipulating memories.
Right. He knows what he's doing.
He was just showing him certain things to manipulate so that Zeke thinks that Eren is changing the past, unless Zeke was wrong when he said, you can't just change the past. Like, what the freak? How's he doing this? And then, and that's what Eren needed to break that little link to, to help him
to capture
founding. No, not Zeke, the founding Titan from Ymir and all that stuff.
That was beautiful too, by the way. When Eren talked to Ymir, I think that was amazing. I thought that was really cool. And it honestly, Ymir's story was needed, and I thought it was really interesting. It was sad, actually.
It was pretty informative, and it was quick too.
Yeah, it was. It was informative and it was quick. So, like, again, now that we've moved forward, I'm not too upset if I'm correct about the causal loop. I just know that I've seen it done so many times. If it actually is a causal loop, we've seen it done with Harry Potter. We've seen it done with like there's just so many movies and shows that just like do this causal loop thing, and it's just like, or the grandfather loop. All of those things are they're just so many. They're just done so many times, and I'm not taking away from it. Obviously, if it works, it works. That's fine. And I think also these 4 episodes took my mind off of that. So that's the good part about these.
It's funny because I was gonna bring up something like that too. I was gonna say, I don't know if because I didn't read the manga, but that's what I was gonna say. I feel like we got that little causal loop situation, and then they kind of like left it alone. So I don't know, like, if they show Eren again, if they're gonna like bring up some type of memory type of thing. But if they don't, I'll be glad that it's not, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to. Same.
Because it would have been corny if he was like manipulated and shit. And it's like, oh, come on, man. This guy's just doing all this crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
He could just go in the future and like change events now. Like, come on. The heck are you watching?
Are you?
Tokyo Revengers?
I know. I think I know how you feel, Ed, about the ops thing. What do you guys think about like them helping the other side?
Well, they have a very similar cause, right? They want to stop Eren from killing everybody. But how do you guys think about John's, like, I guess his whole, mental process between all that stuff? Because there was a lot going on with him within those past 2 episodes. Like, he was thinking to the point where he was like trying to psych his own mind out, thinking he was somewhere else the whole time. And all of his friends are kind of against what he's thinking, which is kind of true. It's like, let Eren do what he's going to do, because if he doesn't do it now, at some point they're going to come and kill us all in the future. And he said, you guys are signing the death threat to Paradise Island if you stop Eren now. Yeah. So that's all my question is to you guys. Like, what do you guys kind of sided with that, or are you kind of against that?
It reminds me of the question. You guys ever heard the Hitler question? The Hitler question is, if you can go back in time and you saw Hitler as a child, would you
kill him?
Would you kill him so that way, you know? Like, that's a good thing about this story, this anime. Like, it brings forward these type of questions. Like, it's really good with that. But you know, dang, it's split.
It's similar to. It's actually like very similar to Death Note as well, right? Like, you still have the power, but do you still use it?
Right.
To kill all these people.
Right. Right. That's why Attack on Titan is going to go down, and I think it's going to go down as one of the top animes for sure. I don't think.
Oh, hell, definitely.
Yeah.
I believe that too. I mean, you were talking about as far as watching Demon Slayer versus Attack on Titan. I obviously read both of them, but Demon Slayer, I felt like I was kind of watching it the past time. Not that it was terrible, but I enjoyed the fight scenes or whatever. But Attack on Titan, I keep my attention to. Even though I've read it, it's just something about the anime. It kind of just really draws you in. All the suspense and all that stuff that they draw out and animated or whatever, all the graphics and all that stuff. Like when Sasha shot this dude's head off, I wanted to see that.
When they do the lines too, when they draw the lines by the eyes.
Yeah, it just shows like a really like grim face. Like something.
Yo, listen, man. Just how you bring it up that expression, like when Armin went to the dock to stop the dude from blowing up the boat.
Yeah.
The look that he had on his face, like,
yeah.
And when he turned around when he defused the bomb. Why they gotta make that face? And he turned around, he's like, "Yo, why you looking?"
They have like these very solid like type of expressions that the artist draws out.
Like, nothing beats the Elena expression when Armin said that they were gonna help.
That frown face to the max.
Yeah, eyes were about to pop up. Started smiling right after that.
But so I even watched today's episode, and then like the scene where Armin got shot, like he got popped up. I was like, "Holy shit!" You know, that dude just looked crazy.
Yeah,
and I mean, as far as them work with them, you know, they have like similar, I guess, end games or whatever. Obviously, they want to stop people or stop Eren from killing their city, which is already intact, and then these guys are trying to stop them from killing people, I guess, regardless or whatever. But
when reading it, besides, you know, when reading it, whoever reads, I read, but I don't.
Tom's the only one here, I think.
Okay, so, do you feel like did you feel like it was predictable at a certain point? Like, because when I watched Connie kill, again, spoilers if you will, here you got to know what we're talking about. When I watched
an episode,
go ahead, my bad. When I watched Connie kill the two
the dude that he was pinning down.
I honestly, when they were saying like there's no way for us to get what's it called without killing our friends, I didn't think that was. I knew they was gonna have to kill him. I think that's. I've been watching.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That if you were trying to predict that, I would say like it would be easy to predict. But as far as the direction in which the story is going, that's another thing too. It's like one of the most unpredictable things I've ever read.
They ain't have to kill him.
You don't think so? I think it was.
No, they could have knocked them out.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It doesn't
just
matter
gun
in the struggle of a gun, bro. You just have to hurry up and do what you got to do. I would think like there's no like gun button him like hopefully the dude's knocked out. You just hurry up and pop the dude and just gotta do what you gotta do because everything is relying on that airship. Like if something happens, the dude's literally trying to wire it back up and blow that shit up. So
Yeah,
I would just think that. So I would just think that
I don't get it.
I mean, he yelled and like he instantly like felt that type of, I guess, regret after he killed him. But deep down, I guess that's what he had to do. Yeah. I mean, you have to end that struggle as soon as possible because your whole everything is relying on that airship at like that point in time.
I don't care for Floch or whatever you say.
Flock?
I don't care for him. I'm ready for him to go.
Man.
Whoa!
No way. That's my favorite character right now, man. He's one of the reals.
Oh my god.
Let me listen. All right, now it's my turn.
Bro, no, honestly, the realest person right now I mentioned him right is John.
The only reason why I'm not too mad at John because I feel like he kind of understands both sides more than like.
Yeah, he's the most understanding to everything, and he beat the shit out of Ryan.
It's like he just wants to do what he thinks is like right thing to do, whether he feels if it's right or not.
Exactly, like, he's doing what is like morally right, even though it's going against exactly what he believes in.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's just pissing me off because if it was Armin, Mikasa, John, and Connie, did I say his name twice?
No,
Armin. All right, if it was those four, the main four from Eren's crew, I would not care. But once they added Annie, Reiner, this dumbass kid, Gabby. The little other kid, Falco, was cool. I don't got no beef. I don't have beef with Reiner.
He kicked the shit out of her. That shit had me dying.
Good for her. As soon as they added them to the squad, now it's just like, yo, F y'all. Nah, I don't care what Eren is doing. That's y'all boy. Y'all witnessed and y'all been through so many things because these people treated y'all as like a threat before y'all even did anything. Like going back to the first half when Willie Tybar was telling the story, didn't he say he was like, oh, we're gonna go to Paradise Island and get rid of them because we can't trust them if they ever decide to, do whatever they're gonna do. Word to Putin and NATO. So it's like now because you fear that they might do something in the future.
That's a very good example.
Because you feel that they're gonna do something to y'all in the future. Y'all just gonna keep messing with this group of people, and then now when one of them. The chosen one decides that not decides, but he gets all this power, and now he's like, "Yo, I'm coming after anybody that came after me and mine. I'm supposed to just be like, all right." And the thing that pissed me off is I love those characters. Armin is one of my favorite characters in the show.
Bro,
but
at this point,
no, stop. Because
do you feel like Armin is kind of delusional at this point?
Yeah, and that's why I'm so mad because I always felt like he was like John, but like, all right. I know this is right, but this needs to be done. Like, all right, the right choice to save everybody. Yes, the right choice to save everybody should be this, but at the same time, nah, no way. Oh, Gabby's sitting there crying. Please help us. They're gonna kill my mother and father.
That was kind of
annoying when you was you thinking about that when you was going around doing what you was doing. Let me guess, Gabby. And the funny thing is, I knew somebody was gonna say whether it was you or not. Now it's a kid. Nah, man, y'all sat there, y'all defended her. This is war. Now she's a child. Y'all gotta pick, man. It's either she's a child or this is war. War don't know no age. I don't know if that's it. You have to quote me. That's my quote. War don't know no age, man.
Listen.
Bullet have no name, all that stuff.
Bullets have no name.
He murked Sasha. Sasha ain't do nothing. She went on that damn blink and she killed that girl. She didn't do nothing. She could have shot anybody else. She killed Sasha. She sniped my boy Eren.
Remember the flashback that Reiner had while they were Reiner had the flashback, right? And he was like, this is what Eren meant. Because Reiner,
when he said, when you and I are the same.
Exactly, because this is war. Like, it could have been any way. Whoever's in that position, they were going to do that because they thought that that's the thing to do. This is not Attack on Titan to me. I mean, you can have your favorites. You can have a side. But the way I look at this story is as if there's an understanding of this is what it is. I can't be truly mad. I mean, you can, but like there's some understanding of why this side is being the way they are, doing what they do. It sucks for me to say that because saying that out loud makes me feel like I'm justifying a lot of shit that goes on today.
I mean, but that's the great thing about this.
That's the great thing about
this show and this story is that
it brings up all these
really
I guess things for you to
I can't,
better
man.
understand.
Y'all could like that group.
I don't really care
so
for the
disappointed
group
as the core.
I
as the core
fucking
four.
hate Gabby. I hate Reiner. I think Hanj is a little bit annoying too right now.
Yeah, it's funny because I was
she's the one who perpetuated everything. Like she's the one that's getting everybody to really do everything.
I was like, I'm glad that Levi is just chilling right now because I don't want to dislike him too.
Oh, he's up.
Don't make me
up,
dislike Levi. I love Levi.
His main thing is still just to kill Zeke. I think right at this point, I don't think he's even like really trying to get involved. Like he just wants to kill Zeke. Zeke is just like that's it. Once I kill Zeke,
if he would have, he should have killed Zeke because if he would have killed Zeke, then this wouldn't have happened.
That's true.
Because then Eren wouldn't have got his link to get to the founding Titan.
That's true.
Yeah, you're not gonna sit there and try to make me feel bad for them now. Like, don't do that. I don't know it now. Like, so they on the dock, they killing all these Jaegerists. They killing their friends that they grew up with in this corpse. They're killing their friends, and you want me to not feel for the characters that I've saw for 3 seasons straight? No way, I'm not gonna.
What
with
is
these new characters, man? They don't deserve it, yo.
Hold on. The few
everything Gabby has done has nothing good came out of anything that she's done.
The few outweighs the men. She just saved Kaya in this episode.
She saved
the way that you guys feel about this says a lot about your own personal character. That means Ed is a loyalist, yo. Like he's down for the people from like the beginning, you know.
But not even down from the beginning. It's not down from the beginning.
You just said those are the people. Holy shit! You said those are the people that you knew from what first, second, and third season, right?
because Nah, you're not wrong, but I'm just saying that like y'all have witnessed so many of y'all peoples get killed by these Titans that have been sent y'all way out of fear of what is happening right now. So how do you create what you're scared of? And then now I'm supposed to feel bad for you because you created the monster. Now you're scared of this monster. Y'all created Eren. Y'all did
Look
this.
At what happened.
Y'all did
Look at what happened when he told him what happened. That really happened to Marco.
Yo, and this again plays with how good Attack on Titan is, right? They called them devils. They created devils.
That's what I'm saying.
That picture, that thing when they showed Eren speaking as the founder, whatever. That looked like a devil. Like I thought, I'd like you put all that together. Like that's just good writing right there, and it's good. It's good animation.
I realized that there's no devils on this island. Shut up, kid. Go back home and go freaking play with them.
But then what's his name said we're all devils. I think that's like trying to say something like, you know, what we're
that was the significance of that episode.
Yeah.
Because everybody not the second to last episode, it was pretty much proven that both sides have both strong points as to why they're attacking either side. Correct. And that kind of justifies everybody's whatever they did, you know, when they're sitting around that campfire.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not how messed up it was. I mean, it was messed up the way that they killed Marco. But everybody felt like they was doing it for the greater cause.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, what happened to Marco again? I forgot.
He overheard them talking about.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That was crazy. I forgot what season that.
I mean, but see that's understandable though. Y'all here under this freaking stealth ops, and you think somebody, you got to do what you got to do for your mission. I'm not mad at you completing your mission, but don't try to make me feel sorry for you when you starting to fight, and now you losing. Y'all are losing.
That's why I feel like I fucking.
Come on.
I feel for John the whole time because I feel like I would feel the same way. Like
he's literally out of all of them right now. He's the one that I dislike the least. Out of them.
Like
it's John, Connie. Well, no. I mean, I don't hate Mikasa.
Nah, you can't.
She's fine.
She's
out of the three dudes. Eren, Armin, he's breaking my heart, bro. That was my boy.
Dude's delusional.
I love
he's in
that
his feelings
so
too much right now.
But he's the voice of reason all the time, so you can't expect him to not be the voice of reason now.
He's not being the voice of reason to me.
He really isn't.
I don't think he's being the voice of reason at all.
How could he?
Because I feel like
to stop genocide, that's the voice of reason.
To stop genocide against a group of
that's
people
really Hanj
trying
doing
to genocide y'all. They trying to get rid of you guys. That's what the whole euthanization plan was.
Has to be Hanj at this point.
Was it every place that also wanted to get rid of them too? What's his name's area as well? Because remember, not all of them were from Marley. So
I think that Marley is just the
I
a-hole.
forgot the black dude's name. I forgot his name.
Onya
Jan
Capone?
Capono, something like that.
Yeah, like he wanted to make sure that he wanted to make sure that his place was safe, and there were other places that there's other places besides Marley.
I mean, because they know what the rumbling is about. If that gets activated, it's over for everybody.
So
my thing is, my bad. Go ahead, son.
No, I didn't want to really get off that, but I was going to talk about Yelena real quick. I mean, although I read it before, it's just, what the hell is her reasoning as to why she really wanted to get rid of Marley?
I don't think she has like a legit reason. It's just like
she's just a psychopath because
pretty much.
Like she has no specific reason as to why she was doing the things that she was doing. Then it comes out that she's she's like full citizen
Marleyan.
from Marley.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she just wants to destroy it. She made this illusion that she was from somewhere else. That got captured by Marley, and now she wants to destroy it. Like,
well, look at that. That lets you know a lot about Marley.
What a fucking nut.
Well, she feels no. It makes sense though. Again, like
but that's what I'm saying. How does that make? Or what was her specific reason as to why?
She detests the way they were about how they went about things in general. So she's like, I don't want to be from here because you guys are appalling. Like you guys are sickening. So I'll make up this story. That's how bad I don't like here.
Oh, okay. Then I see what you're saying. Then
yeah,
that's honestly, how bad I think you guys are.
Yelena makes a lot of sense too, but
she does. But
she's also she's an ist, basically like she's a Zekist or whatever. She's an ist. She's like, I'm gonna go with, I see this, I believe in you so much that I can't even, I'm clouded. Because you can detest
she looks
Marley.
Like Eren as a god, right? Or something along those lines.
You can detest Marley, but don't think that Zeke's plan was anywhere near a good plan. Like that was just terrible. That was a terrible plan. Zeke's plan is horrible.
Wait, what part of his plan was horrible?
He wants to get rid of his own people.
Yeah, he wanted to get rid of the Eldians.
All the Eldians.
Make it where they can't reproduce.
They can't reproduce, yeah.
I think he was just broken child by his own father, So
I think
he wanted to erase any type of memory he had of his dad.
Yeah.
And then when he came to seeing those memories, I think he was just super conflicted. My dad really did love me all this time.
So
but I spent all these years hating him, trying to kill all those people.
Do you think like that would want to change the outcome of like what he wants to do?
Is that one more talking?
I think at that point, that's what kind of lessened his effect on Eren when he started to see that, because that kind of ties back into what Ed said. Like, he wasn't manipulating the memories; he was just manipulating Zeke by showing him certain. It's just like basic propaganda on Eren's end that made him believe a certain thing, and so he played him the whole time. I guess like Eren kind of just led him to that point. Like he allowed him to see certain things, and was changing his mind in the way that he was in that. What's that alternate world that they were in or whatever? At the same time,
place or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and then it's just like Eren was like, "Well, I showed you what I needed to show you, and now you're messed up in the head, and now it's time for me to do what I need to do and continue on from here."
No, but it's funny, and I just want to say this real quick too, that's possible. It's this mirror, and this is probably why she became a Zekist, is because it's not like he detests Eldians.
I thought she was a Jaegerist. You were talking about Yelena?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I thought she was a Jaegerist.
I figured she was behind Zeke. Like,
I think she's just there to see everything just be destroyed. I think she's like on both sides, Jaegerist and
that's what I was starting to think too. She just wants everybody to die because she just sees both sides as shit,
Damn, man, that's crazy.
That's what makes this anime so good. There's so many conflicting sides and so much things. Like people, like you personally, like in your own beliefs, start to like relate to certain things and can continue to just keep talking about that. Yeah, and it's kind of like no side is wrong at the same time.
I made sure to stop reading at a certain point because I am so curious of how they're gonna end this. We've spoken to we was on another podcast, right? I'm blanking on their name.
That round, the nerds of the round.
Thank you so much, the awesome dudes, and they told us that they were conflicted about the ending. So I know, Tom, you finished. I am curious.
I am.
Yeah. I'm curious of this ending and how it's going to play out. And
Because
go ahead.
my bad, I just like from the get go, I was such a big Erwin fan, and then the dude died. So I was like, this kind of sucks. But I like the show that much. I continued to watch or whatever. And then like towards the end of the season, especially when he decided to go to, all right, he was actually already in Marley when Eren turned into whatever his attack form or whatever, and decided to, what's that woman? The name of her Titan?
The Warhammer.
Warhammer. Where she just like didn't even get a chance to transform completely. He just turned around, and started to just smoked it completely. And after that scene when he decided to transform right in front of Reiner, I was like, yo, Eren's the man. And then everything that he's doing now, I'd be behind the dude 100%. Like right now, that's why I feel for John. Like, I feel like, yo, they should just let Eren do what he's gonna do, because at the end of the day, everybody is looking at them as the one true enemy. So why not take them out? I mean, makes no sense.
Yeah, that is kind of true. Why save the people that's been condemning you? Yo?
Because that's what I think. Hans is the biggest, like, as far as voice of reason, she is the voice of reason in this scene, or everything that's going on. She's really
and
trying
honestly,
to.
You would think it would be Armin. I would assume that would. Be
I just think Armin's in his emotions right now, and he just fails to understand, like,
yeah,
what
he's not
Eren's trying to
accepting. He's
do.
not accepting what's going on, basically.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
just
was
like
thinking
in
the
his
same
own
thing,
mind,
dude.
Eren could do no wrong
For no wrong, right? That's the
at
same
all.
thing from Mikasa.
Look at
Mikasa is starting to, I guess, kind of flip flop in that,
Nah,
because when she had that little talk with Annie around the campfire,
yeah,
she kind of got really defensive. Like, oh, you're gonna try to kill me, and then she kind of what did she do? She turned it back, and she's like, all right, I'm down with it, even though I don't really want to.
right.
So, or maybe she just did that just to shut her up, because if they really do try to kill
he pulled
her,
a card.
really not trying to talk about the manga, huh?
I
I'm just trying to go based off the episodes.
no, I know. I don't know, like, because I was gonna think about like that the interaction she had with the girl in the scarf. We noticed that she put it back around her neck.
When she left the scarf in the room.
Yeah, when the girl took the scarf from the room.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a good
realized it
form
was
of
gone.
symbolism right there.
Yeah, symbol that she didn't put it back around her neck. So, we don't know what she did with the scarf. Did she dispose of it?
She ain't disposing that scarf.
She loves Eren, and so does Armin.
She's not.
And
I mean,
Armin's eyes like
that we could all see. She's not disposed. She may, put up a good fight. As far as like, throw the shit away for a little bit.
Yeah. The show is the story itself is just all about confliction, and I think it's very difficult.
And it's confliction and morality,
Confliction and
Okay, so Tom, would you add AOT to, like, because before, like, we had a couple of episodes where we was like animated at this complex. Like, would you throw AOT up there?
No, but it brings up a lot of good debates in a sense. I would think, like I said, there's a lot of back and forth that can be talked. I kind of derive from that. They go into like other, I guess, topics or whatever, because we're talking about genocide. We're talking about a bunch of different things.
Well, you got to remember the word
whether or not that people are justified.
The word what?
The word complex, though, like, it's not something that I think you can put it in complex, because
I would.
Yeah, because it's not something where a child could sit down and be like, totally
I
get
know what's going on.
Yeah, like,
right. Yeah,
Makes
right.
sense.
Right.
There's ethical.
Well, yeah, because that's true too. That's what I'm saying. You can't really full on talk back and forth with a child like that.
Yeah.
Upon those certain things.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking.
That's why I was so interested in watching it rather than watching. I mean, I'm not trying to put it down, but it's like I said, I watched Demon Slayer because I thought it looked good.
It looked good.
It looks great.
It looks good.
If you really want to get into something, no, it looked great. Whatever, the scenes looked cool. I mean, I had nothing against it, but if you really want to get into something, or that's how I felt,
I think piece.
when I really wanted to watch something and like it had meaning to me, was AOT.
Yeah, a think piece. No problem. Yeah,
Right. That I enjoyed that the most. That's why my favorite anime is Death Note, because there's a lot that goes into that.
I was just about to say that.
When you break it down,
enemies like that. I'm not gonna say that resemble it.
No, when you break that anime down, there's a lot.
It's already broke it down. Like, there's nothing to. I think I don't see a think piece with Death Note, but that's fine.
That's ridiculous that you say that. I think you're just saying that because you just want to say it.
He's trolling.
No, there's no way you can truthfully be saying that.
What? Give me.
That's like strolling. He's strolling.
What's the battle of conversation with Death Note? Like, what am I?
What?
Oh snap!
The biggest and easiest and most straightforward.
I'll ask you this. Would you put Death Note in terms of questioning morality or whatever complexities above AOT?
No, I couldn't put one over the other.
I personally don't think that's really an easy. Like, yeah, of course, this one definitely.
Word, yeah, nah,
you can't. No, to me that's a ridiculous question because they're not really touching so much in the same areas. I mean, Death Note. Listen, Death Note. The dude literally has the power to just kill someone. Those people didn't directly do anything to him. He just saw it as what?
Yeah, these are
this
bad
person
people
is a wrongdoer in their own life.
Yeah, life would be better without them.
And that's where it's so straightforward. He was judge, jury, and executioner. One person. We know that.
No, what the straightforward thing about that would be: you have this book. Do you use it? Do you have the power to actually take life? Which is, I guess, the most important thing amongst everyone else, right? Your own life. So you have the power to take that from someone without them even knowing, and they did nothing to you. Like the first person that he killed was the dude the guys that tried to rape that woman on the little motorcycle gang.
Right. Yeah.
He had nothing to do with that situation. He was standing in the bookstore, and he just like boom told the guy he's getting killed by
He made the answers. This is what I'm trying to say. Light gave us the answers. This is what I mean by judge, jury, and execution.
What do you mean the answer?
As he did the actions. There's no question.
Is Eren not taking the action right now as far as trying to go and kill everyone?
But there's another side to it where it's being debated of whether he should be doing that or not. His own friends are coming after him to stop the genocide.
But it's just like based on
his dad coming after him.
But based on his action alone, it's just like, is that something that you would do? It doesn't need for Light. It didn't need an opposing side. It's based off of his own actions. There's a lot of like, would you really want to do that? Or because I'm not part of that situation, should I even put myself in it? Or because I have the power to take this man's life to stop the woman from being raped, do I use the book?
But
to me, that is a really good point. That Tom just said.
The more he used the book, the easier those decisions became.
Well, that's because he became complacent, he became comfortable with taking life. But right in the beginning, when he did, he was like, his face, he was so shocked. He didn't even know like it was actually going to work. He thought it was a children's toy, something that was made up. And then it shocked the hell out of him. And he was like, I'm going to become a god. Then he got fixated on the whole god complex and just started killing everyone.
I think
that was bad.
This is me.
That was in his eyes a bad person.
Yeah.
In his eyes.
But they weren't bad. They weren't bad to him.
But people who was like gonna figure out like his secret, like he killed, and they were even bad.
Yeah, because for him that's bad.
That would stop him from being God, or in his own eyes,
his
what
work,
he envisions to be a
god.
God.
I mean, though. This is what I mean. Like, it's one thing to be sitting in the crowd and try to follow this analogy. I hope it's not a terrible one. It's one thing to be sitting in the crowd and watching a chess match and being like, would I have made that move? Or rather just like sitting behind one of the players and them telling me, this is the move I'm going to make. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a back and forth because they're giving us another, wait, hold on. AOT is giving us another side to look at.
I know exactly what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? Yes.
No, I know exactly what you're saying, but I don't think that it's necessary to have that opposite side to have that type of confliction. You can have confliction based on that person's one decision as to whether it was right or wrong.
I agree.
I mean, maybe for AOT, it makes it that much better because you can believe both sides.
Right.
And I guess the fact that there's two different parties going at it makes it more, I guess, dramatic in a sense.
Right.
Rather than trying to figure out one person's decision.
Right. And that was the point I was making, and that's why I would.
I see what you're saying. That's what you're putting it above. What
that's why I put in terms of, and I'm not taking away the complexity. I mean, I joke, but in terms of complexities, I would definitely put AOT above Death Note. Not saying that I would take away Death Note's complexities.
Right, and at the same time, they have so many characters that were done dirty, the secretive shit. Been through a bunch of different things, saw different things, have different types of relationships with people, turning completely different people in AOT.
That's difficult.
That's true, and that that's one of the greatnesses of the story in itself. I mean, not really to compare it to Death Note, but it's very limited on the people as far as there's one guy that's doing that, and mainly one other guy that's doing other things with little sub characters doing minor things.
Very difficult to be making so many different characters. Like I have to make you a certain way. I have to make you a certain. You're coming up with so many different personalities. Like to me,
and it's not just a simple personality. Like these are like well thought out, and I think well like placed for like actions or thought process and all that stuff too.
Right.
That guy really took his time and really did. He did good. He did the right thing, and that's why I can't really respect a lot of these other animes that are being shown right now, because you look at something like that and you're like, man, this shit is just not like. If I'm looking at something just at the action or whatever, and not really much to the story.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it's a new anime that's kind of bringing a new movie to light, and that's JJK.
I already bought my ticket, by the way.
And it's something. I can't fully quote what you said when we was talking like off, like in the group chat. Where I think you compared Jujutsu Kaisen and like the whole Demon Slayer debate.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Because we're
now with the whole, I'm not really fond. I'm not really fond of JJK for one reason. For one reason, like I said, like I've been saying, is that all animes have, even though that main character, you have that main character development, that main character backstory.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So we could understand the main character more. Well, not even main character, all the characters. No, not even, because honestly, it's just Yuji that wasn't really explained.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, background, power, domain, and all that was covered within the end of season 1, beginning of season 2. I'm gonna bring up the same argument. Why is Yuji that strong? Now, again, why is he that strong?
I care so much about that.
But that's what I was just about to say. Like, does it really matter that much?
Okay, no, I'm not, because I'm not finished. Why is he so strong? And it's just that, what's the coincidence that Sukuna looks like Yuji, even before he consumed the fingers, the silhouette?
How do you know?
My theory is that's Yuji's dad.
Let me get to that.
The dad's brother or something.
The silhouette, when they explain what the background of Sukuna, you could see this the same hairstyle that he has as Yuji, same body frame and everything.
So my thought process about it was not true, because I remember my thought. My theory was it's just a demon taking Yuji's form, because
so that it looks like him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's
so.
I don't know if you read.
At the same time, that like, why does that matter?
Why does what matter?
That wouldn't make a decided fact as to whether or not one thing is good or better than the other.
No.
In that sense.
I'm bringing up my argument to why. I'm not saying JJK is better than Demon Slayer. I'm just saying why I'm.
Okay.
No,
why hasn't that happened yet?
Like, why I can't? Because when I watch anime,
you haven't read it.
What I look for. You understand what I'm saying? Like character detail of the main character. Like I want to understand the main character, to why he's this strong, and background of the background.
I mean, but like we only got one season, right?
Okay, and
they
that's
still have time.
Okay, I hate when people say it. It's just one season, but every anime that comes out, bro, the first 2 or 3 episodes, we understand the main. Like, okay, how long did it take for us to understand? I'm tired of bringing this up. I'm sorry, to understand Naruto. How long did it take? Did it take 3 seasons?
Right, we did not know.
That took forever.
It took forever. Right?
But
even if they explained in the first episode, who cares?
Huh?
That took forever.
Wait. What do you mean it took forever? No, it did not.
It did.
All you knew from the beginning was that he had a demon fox in his stomach.
Don't look too deep into when I say understand. I'm talking about just the basics, just the rollout of who he is.
You mean like the Nine Tails?
But you said you needed character detail. You have to look as far as you can into that character.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. When I'm telling you, like, don't look too deep into like give me the whole history of him. No, I'm talking
just give me a little taste at first, and then
if they would have mentioned that Ryuji's,
you know what I'm saying?
If they would have mentioned that Yuji's dad was half cursed or something like that, would that be enough for you? And then they just kept the story going.
I would have been. I would have been more at ease. Yeah.
We're reaching the hour. All right, so all those people who are chiming in, thank you so much for listening to the Hashira Podcast. We're gonna end with this. Jujutsu Kaisen is coming out with a movie. If you're a big fan and you didn't know that news, you know it now. Check out the trailer. It is a prequel prior to UG. It's gonna be following around a character who has not been shown yet in the manga, nor has it been shown yet in the anime. But he has been mentioned in the main story, I should say. His name is Yuta Akatsu, and he actually was a fan favorite for quite some time when the prequel manga came out. And
the character is
apparently he's amazing.
He's an amazing character.
Yeah,
that's my favorite character, by the way.
Already?
No, they've been introduced him in the manga.
Oh, they did? I thought they haven't.
He's been doing things in the manga. Oh no,
okay.
Yeah, isn't Jujutsu Kaisen 0 based on like volume 0 or like chapter 0 or something?
That's
like that?
the prequel.
Yeah, they already have like a whole thing up.
I thought it was a prequel
Gojo. It does like you have to follow the first season or whatever, and then after that's done, they go straight from the manga. They go straight into the past of Gojo's past, along with everybody else.
Okay, understood. But anyways, check out that amazing trailer. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. Tom said you already said the ticket. So
I bought my ticket.
Yeah. So
I'll be seeing it this Friday.
As much as I'm not a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, I actually saw that trailer and I fell in love. So I'm looking forward to seeing that movie too. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this episode. Always happy to see you guys come in, chime in the comment section, posting some YouTube, more YouTube,
like, subscribe,
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter if you don't already.
Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah, that's
so, guys.
Demon's on TikTok too. What is he it? Got 2 TikTok 2's account too.
We are missing one of our pillars, and I don't sign off as great as he does, but I'm going to say this. Stay neutered, my friends. Peace.